All right, Shabbat Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites who come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the North American continent, America, soon to be destroyed by those nuclear missiles. And you can clearly see that World War III is here. All right? And there's no turning back. All right? Why are we out here? Because you got this much time left to wake the hell up and repent. Come out here to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, God's chosen people, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and Speckled Bird. All right? If you hear this message, you may be of the elect of Israel and may get up out of here without getting burned up. All right? We come out to warn you that you should repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and come back in the ordinances of what is the guidelines that are in this Bible, the laws, the commandments. All right? Because woe unto you that have to deal with that wailing and gnashing of teeth that is on the doorstep. Here we are again. All right? First and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim HaKadosh. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word on the highways and the byways in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right? So, where do you go? Well, the answer to that is you go where the Spirit leads, but right now, so that you understand, we're led by the Spirit. 1 Peter 4. First Peter 4 and 7, but the end of all things is at hand. All right? And what is the end of all things? We're just going to go where the Spirit leads. All right? We're going to start at the end. The end of what? The end of the world. The end of the world what? The end of the world as we know it. Not the end of the earth. Not the end of the globe is going to blow up. No. All right? But at sundry times, or at different times on the earth, okay, including the time that we're in right now, there are different rulerships that have been empires, all right? Babylon, okay? Medo-Persian, and I'm just jumping around. Egypt, when Noah was on Salakia, when Moses, Salakia, was on the scene, all right? Greece, Grecian, Roman, Greco-Roman, all right? Britannia, okay? Great Britain, all right? These are different rulerships, all right? The rulership that is ongoing right now, which is the American, right, or the revived Roman Empire. You had ancient Rome, right? Ancient Rome was destroyed. Then came in the Holy Roman Empire, which we were in rulership, the Jakes, right? And now Rome is back again under the guise of the American empire. Okay? Meaning America can go around the world. In ancient Rome, there was a saying that says, the sun never sets on the Roman Empire, meaning it spanned so far. They had attained so many they had conquered so many territories that wherever the sun went, that was still Rome. Okay? Well, wherever the United States, as an extension of Great Britain, goes, okay, like Iraq. You think that America didn't go to Iraq in 2002 or whenever they went, 01, 02, 03, whenever they went over there, what did they do? They took those Arabs down and they set up army bases. How can they do that if they didn't conquer that land? Just like what happened here in America. Okay? So-called white man came over here and conquered this land and called it his own. He didn't do that in Iraq? Of course he did. He didn't do that in Afghanistan? Of course he did. You think that America doesn't have troops over in Afghanistan? Oh, they pulled them all out now. America has troops in Germany. That's Europe. Okay? America has troops in Japan, the Philippines, South Korea. What does that mean? That means, without saying it, those provinces are part of the American empire. You can't have an army base or a military base on somebody else's land without being in control of that land. All right? So, Babylon the Great is in the Bible. You got Egypt is in the Bible. Ancient Babylon is in the Bible. Okay? Ancient Greece is in the Bible. Ancient Egypt. Okay? Do you think that America is not in this Bible in the time that we're in? Who's the only, this is what they say, who is the last great superpower? America. America's not in the Bible. Russia's not in the Bible. We know Persia is in, here's what I'm getting at. Persia, I could go in the Bible right now and pull out Persia. Right? Is Persia still around today? Yeah, they call it Iran. Okay? So just because you change the name doesn't mean we can't go in here, right, and find out what's going on. So, is America named in the Bible? The answer is yes. It's named Babylon the Great, soon to be destroyed. What does it mean in the scriptures where it says Babylon is fallen? Is that talking about ancient Babylon? Okay, it says Babylon is fallen. It has become the habitation of devils, right? And is no more. And I'm paraphrasing, but ancient Babylon is still there. So this must be a future prophecy talking about this place. How is some place gonna? Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. Where is Sodom and Gomorrah at? Well, you got to go back and filter through the ashes, right? Because it was destroyed off the face of the earth. But you could go back and see that the land in that area was burned by fire and brimstone. You could go and sift through the land and say, you know what? Wow, something was here, but now it's gone, but except for the scorched earth. right? So here, right, very soon, there's going to be nothing left of Babylon the Great. It's going to be burned off the face of the earth. And one day it'll be a monument, just like ancient Sodom and Gomorrah is to this day. And for that matter, America is spiritually known as Sodom. Why? Because the same thing that's going to happen here already happened as an example of what happens to a place that is wicked to the heavens. All right? So back to 1 Peter. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. The end of what? The end of this rulership. Okay? Just like when Pharaoh in ancient Egypt got taken down. During the time of Pharaoh in ancient Egypt, Egypt was the superpower on the face of the earth. What happened to Egypt and how did they cease from being the superpower on the face of the earth during that time? The answer is they went to war. Pharaoh went to war with the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and got his ass whooped. America is spiritually known as Egypt and Sodom. Why? Because the same thing that happened to Pharaoh in ancient Egypt is going to happen to Babylon the Great, America. They're going to go to war with the Most High and get their ass whooped. All right? And the men of the Lord, we, Lord willing, we are those men. We can't wait to see that. And that's what manner of men ought we to be in all holy in all holy conversation and righteousness. Paraphrase. We can't wait. We're waiting with bated breath. We're watching every day. Okay? We're counting down the seconds. For what? 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. We're soberly watching and praying for the end to come. Okay. This is Revelation 10 and 13. 13:10. Start at 9. Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So we're patiently and faithfully waiting for this place to be destroyed. Why? So we can subdue you nations, and we're the next rulership. Okay? When this kingdom, when this rulership comes to an end, which is doing right now, there's going to be a new one set up. Okay? So okay, bear with me. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. All right? Letting you know that whatever kingdom you see, the Most High put it in place. Okay? Even Babylon the Great, in which the Edomites are in rulership, and they are the basest of men. All right? The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Israel is the first. Edom is the last. The first shall be last. Right now we're last. And the last shall be first. Edom is ruling over us, making us now the last. Suddenly we're the last. When the Most High created all things, he created the sons of God to be on the top. We became the nation of Israel. We were created to be on the top, therefore we are the first. Okay? But we had to be put on the bottom, right, to fulfill prophecy, because the Most High's plan must go all the way through. So right now we're the last. Now when he sets it back up correctly in righteousness, meaning Israel, all right, then the last, which is us, will be first, and the Edomites will be where they belong, on the bottom. All right, and we're patiently and faithfully waiting for that. It also deals with having the other nations in subjection, which goes into slavery, and it just is what it is. See, when you get right down to it, we're in slavery right now. They don't call it that. It's thinly disguised, but it's slavery, right? And these devils, they want to prolong their little rule, even though it says right here, the Most High is the one that decides that. They think that they are God, and they think that they're going to prolong their rule, go beyond their boundaries, which they're not going to do. But they think that they're going to, use life extension and transhumanism to move their failed society into the future. Not going to work. All right. Real power is about to be on display. All right. The power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, which a man, there's no man, right? No matter what. See, first of all, any power that you have was given to you. Your kingdom was given to you. Here's another precept. Look at Job 9:24. That old milk. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So your rulership was given to you. You didn't deserve it, nor did you outsmart somebody, or you were stronger than somebody and all of that. You're more wicked, right? this is the day of evil. This is Satan's wicked-ass kingdom that was given to you for a certain amount of time, and we're at the end of that time. The end of days for you devils, okay? So, nonetheless, it was still given to you by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're not smarter or stronger, although you are more wicked and evil, right? But that don't set you up. The Most High set you, all right? And now your time is up. Now it's coming to an end. It's simple. And you're going to go down kicking and screaming. You're going to fight until the bitter end. Why? Do you want to fight to the bitter end? It's just like a Trump supporter, a maggot, all right? You know you're defeated. You know everything that you're doing wrong. You know that everything that you stand for is fucking upside down, but you're going to support this fucking failure and loser anyway, all the while screaming, Obama is worse. Hey, sorry. Even the white man knows. Even your own fellow white boys know. And they hate niggas too. But they know that Trump is just a fucking embarrassment to all white people. He just is. And Obama was a much better president than Donald Trump. Now, when I say that, I say it post-presidency. Look at what Donald Trump is doing right now. Obama didn't start an insurrection. Obama, he couldn't run again. All right. But when it was time to go, he went. He didn't cry like a little baby and say that, oh, it was fixed and I'm still the president, and if I can't be the president, I'm going to destroy America. Look at this dude. Look at you. Those of you that are following him, you can't even see how hypocritical you are. Wasn't it supposed to be Obama that destroyed America? Well, guess what? See, you are perfectly fine calling yourself a patriot, but you're about to destroy your own country that you stole. And hey, I know you hate the truth, and you want to fight, you want to kill somebody because that's what you do. You are a murderer. It's just the truth. You ready to murder? I'm just not my gun. You ready to go kill somebody, right? About the truth. About being a straight up loser. Well, what you got to do is you got to get used to that. You think your gun, your fucking little pop gun, is going to save you from slavery. Here's what you're really afraid of. You're really afraid that you're going into slavery under the people that you enslaved. It's right here in the Bible. It's going to happen. You think that somehow your little gun is going to save you from God. God gave you that gun, boy. Okay? Well, I'll just go kill you. Yep. So what? That's not going to stop you from going into slavery, boy. And if you do kill me, see, here's how that works. If you do kill me, guess what? What about that payback? You still don't understand how God works. Why are you going into slavery? Let me read it again. Let me finish this. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? And you devils are the wicked. So-called white men, if you don't understand. Okay? And you're in rulership right now. And it's quickly coming to an end. And you're going to have to pay for what you did to the children of Israel. Let's read that again. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity, that's you so-called white people, shall go into captivity. That's you so-called white people. Who did you lead into captivity? The children of Israel. What did you do? Can we agree on one thing? Did you not come over to North America and genocide the North American Indian? No, you did that. So you can lie all you want. Yeah, but my dad didn't own slaves. But did the white man come over here and exterminate the Indians? Was that okay? Do you not have to be held accountable for that? And here's how it works. You did that to them, who is us. Does it not have to happen to you? Or are you going to try to run away from your judgment? Of course you are. You're a piece of shit. Okay? You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking murderer. I got my gun. Of course you do. But here's what you're not factoring in. God. I got my gun. Power. What does the word God mean? It means power. Your gun is your God, but you're leaving out Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the one that gave you the gun. Stupid. Stupid. You niggers gonna go shoot, I'm gonna go kill some niggers with my white hat on. Yeah. Yeah, you are. But you still gotta go into slavery. So it don't matter what we're gonna kill. Don't matter how many. You know what? All the niggers you kill is who? The Most High God. He wanted them niggas dead. This is understanding. Yeah, you're gonna go out and kill as many niggas as you can. Every one of them niggas, that was their judgment from God. He used you to kill them. But none of that is gonna stop you from going into slavery. None of it. Yep, go shoot and kill as many niggas as you can. Because whatever you do, dumbass, is going to come back on you. They call it karma, whatever. Most High calls it judgment for wickedness. Let's read it again. Revelation 13:10. Now listen close, devil. Because it's all in there like ragu, right? Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity, slavery, shall go into captivity, slavery. Listen close. He that killeth with the sword, that's your gun, your God. He that killeth with the gun must be killed with the gun. Well, there goes that great idea. But you're going to do it. I'm going to kill as many niggers as I can. Of course you are. That's what you do. I'm going to hang me a nigger? Yeah, that's what you do. A hangman noose with 13. You think you're scaring somebody, bitch? That's going to happen to you. Are you scared? Are you scared? Whatever you do, here's what this is saying. Whatever you do is going to come back on your dumb ass. So go kill as many niggas as you can. Because your wife, your daughters are going to be raped before they get killed. You know, like you did to us. What'd you do to them Native Americans? What'd you do to them Native Americans? You killed the men. You raped the women and the little kids. And the little boys, you motherfucking devil. That's not going to happen to you and your family? You just don't get it, do you, devil? You just don't get it. You're not. That's how the Most High made you. He made you. You're the first murderer. The spirit that's on your devil ass goes back to Cain. And you're going to do wickedly like your daddy. You are of your father, the devil. And you shall do as your father did. You're going to murder. You think you can lie to God and get away with it? Where's my brother? Oh, no. Where's your brother? I go, oh, no. Guess what? That nigger is your brother, Cain. That nigger you hate so much is your brother, Cain. And you're so fucking stupid. You're a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal. You don't understand shit. All you want to do is kill a nigger. Kill it. You're born into the world. They put a gun in your hand. Said, killing niggers. It's what we do. Well, what comes along with that? Let's read it again. And if I kill a nigger, I must be killed by a nigger. I have to put it in words that you just maybe might understand. No. Go kill all the niggas that you can, because guess what? You still got to pay for it. Pay for it how? Well, your family, you do love your family after you get done having sex with them and all other manner of wickedness, because that's all you do. But that nigger, you'll grab your wife, grab your daughters, and do what you did. What did you do to the Native Americans? They're niggers too. Let's just go down to the plantation. What'd you do to the slaves? Well, you had your way with them. So you don't have to pay for any of that. You just, hey, I got my gun. I'm safe. And God, whose name is Yahweh, his son's name is Yahushua, they don't play a role in any of this. They allowed you to do those things. They set you up to be able to rape, rob, murder, and steal. They gave you that power. The power that you have. Back to Job. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That power was given unto you by God. What'd you do with it? Well, we went around the world. We murdered as many niggers as we could. We raped their women and children. That's what you did. And right here, Revelation. Now we're at the end of the book. We're at the end of your world. And it says this. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity, anybody that goes out and enslaves a nation of people, shall, meaning you absolutely will, go into slavery. If you and your forefather, I didn't do nothing but your forefather. I'm not responsible for my forefather. You're not? No, dummy, you are your forefather. Here's how stupid you are. You think you got away with something. And that's why you hate. You hate niggas right now more than... Why? Because we got your number. devil. You got your number, devil, right here in the Bible. Let's talk about you. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Now, I can read that about, how many times do you need me to read it before you understand it? Prepare slaughter for his children, that's you, saying, I didn't do that, I didn't have slaves. I only killed one nigger. What about prepare slaughter for his children, that's you, for the iniquity of their fathers. So what did your daddy do? Your daddy taught you how to kill them. How many niggers did your daddy kill? And his daddy before, and his daddy, all the way till you can steal this land. How many niggers did you have to kill? Well, Native Americans are not niggers. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right, so you want to split hairs? You want to try to run away from your destiny? Let's say that the Native Americans are. Did you kill them? Did your forefather? Did Andrew Jackson, your daddy, the one that you don't want his statue to come? Oh, that's my forefathers, huh? Your for what? You want the Indian killer? You want his face on the money. Who's on the $20 bill? Well, that would be the Indian killer. Something that you're proud of. But you don't have to pay for that? Why are you not petitioning the United States government to take all 20s away? No, you're proud of that. Let's honor this guy whose name is the Indian killer. You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay back for that. You don't have to receive judgment and penalty. What's the penalty for murder? Wow. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's slavery. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's murder. If I'm not mistaken, this came out of Yahushua. Oh, Jesus is our Savior. Jesus is, well, none of that matters to Jesus' precious blood. Jesus' precious blood is coming to shed your unprecious blood. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Open up your ears, devil. This is applying to you. You know who you got. I didn't kill nobody, but your daddy did. And you go back 3 generations, you are your daddy. You don't understand. This is too high for a fool. But anyway, you ain't getting out of it. We're in that time. So what options do you have, devil? Well, I'm going to fight and I'm going to kill as many niggas. Yeah, of course. And you're going to lose. You're going to kill a lot of niggas and pay for it. It's saying it right here over and over. You're going to go into slavery. You're going to kill a lot of niggas. You already did the enslaving part. You already killed a lot. You got a few more niggas to kill. You're going to do that. But then, as a result of that, according to the Bible, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That deals with slavery. He that killeth with a sword must be killed. Well, I ain't never owned no sword, but the modern day sword is the gun. How many guns do you own? Is there not a civil war coming up? They're calling it a civil war, but what is it really? Let's go back and check the record. Were niggas involved in the Civil War? Was the Civil War about niggas and niggas being free? Oh my goodness, the Civil War was about what? Oh, it was about slavery. Well, I didn't own no slave. But you can't wait until the next Civil War. What's that about? It's not about slavery this time? Is it about your slavery? I'm not going to slavery. Yeah, you are going to slavery. Right? Because every knee shall bow. When you get into the power that you can't overcome. Right? See, your worst nightmare is the truth. Here's the truth. The one you call Jesus is a black man. Okay? And he's not coming back to make everything okay. He's coming back to get retribution on his enemies. Who might that be? If he's an angry black man, who might be his enemies? Well, all the enemies of God. What? There's a list of them. Why don't we go down the list? Let's go to Psalm, the 83rd chapter, and find out verbatim who his enemies are. And guess what, devil? You're at the top of the list. All right? So, war, right? Because they're, oh, well, this is hate speech and all of this bullshit. What's going on in Eastern Europe right now? Is that murder? Oh, well, that's war. Okay, well, let's call it war. Killing. Let's call it killing. A lot of people are going to be killed from this point forward. A lot. It don't matter if you take the videos down. It don't matter if you lie and put people in jail for telling the truth. You're going to do all of them. You're going to do wickedly. That's what you did. Oh, well, he was saying he was going to murder. I ain't murdering nobody. Right? And for that matter, there's a difference between killing and murder. All right? I'm just saying. All right? But how the devil works, the devil is about deception. He's going to lie. Oh, you said this and you said that. We're taking your videos. So, take the videos down. So, it's not stopping your judgment from coming forth. We want you to take the videos down. We want you to do away with all of it. Take the whole goddamn internet down. What that means to us is we're very close now. Okay? Start with mine. Right? You only allow, when that subject is so on point, you only allow 2 views. Here it is. I get a grand total of 40 views. I'm like, yeah, 40 views. The next video that comes out, 2 views. Okay. And then I see them disappear. I get 3 views, they disappear. Then I know that somebody watched it. Got one view and 1 thumbs up. There we go. You know what that means? We're over the target. And it's all beautiful. All right? It's all beautiful. What's beautiful is you got to pay for what you did. Isaiah 14:1. Let's talk about the kingdom of heaven. Well, heaven, well, you ain't gonna make it to heaven. And am I going to hell? Well, let me explain hell. Hell is getting up at 0 dark 30 at the crack of a whip, getting your back whipped all day while working your ass off, and knowing that you got to do that for the rest of your life. That's hell. Right? It's hell for you. It's the kingdom of heaven for the nation of Israel. And that boggles your mind. I know. But guess what? You were in heaven when you had a bunch of niggas down on your plantation. You could go get you some pussy from any one of these bitches that you owned. Tell your wife to shut up. Shut up, I'm finna go down here and get me some black pussy. Nigger pussy. Best kind. Right? Remember that? Now, the shoe is going to be on the other foot. And it's going to be righteous. A righteous thing with God. Let's get that. It is a righteous thing with God. Second Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshua, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. What does that mean? It means to pay back. You understand payback, don't you? Oh. International Standard Version. Certainly it is right for God to pay back those who afflict you with affliction. So here's the affliction that we were afflicted with. We were cast headlong into slavery. Our wives were ravished, means raped. And our children were taken from us and raped, boys and girls. So what is the payback for that? Well, just got to switch one word and then say exactly what I said. And I know it's hard for you to wrap your feeble mind around what I'm saying. Well, you can't say that. I can't tell you what it says in the Bible. Or else that's hate speech. How does God feel about that? How does God, who sent me out here to say these things, he put his words in my mouth to come out here and say this. How does he feel about you, right? Putting me in prison, torturing me like you did his dad. Who's the zone people? Oh, it was the Romans. God's son, who you called Jesus, went out and did what God told him to do, and you punished him for it. Sound familiar? When you understand that God looks like me, as did his son, and the people that beat and whipped him and tortured him before they put him on the cross look like my enemy. Who's my enemy? Well, I know who my enemies are. Here's the problem, okay? Problem. Nigger, your problem is you know who your enemy is. When we done spent years and years and years brainwashing you to believe that I'm not. How hard is it to see when you're stringing? I mean, there's video of a Negro being in the woods, right? And a bunch of rednecks trying to hanging. I'm talking about a year ago, 2 years ago. We gonna hang this nigga right here. What? 2020? And see, here's the truth. That's how all Edomites, listen to what I'm saying. All Edomites, the so-called white men, see how I put it in a nice little package for you? I didn't say all white people. I said all Edomites, the so-called white men. You hear that word so-called? So I qualified it perfectly. Now I can move forward with whatever I want to say. Esau's name was changed to what? Edom. Esau is the father of the Edomites. Let's see how the Edomites feel about their brother Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. How do Edomites feel about Israelites? Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, in his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So it's perfectly fine in an Edomite's heart, in his mind, to kill an Israelite. Or I could say it like this. The so-called white man, all right, in his mind, killing niggas is his business. That's his business. He's fucking about it. Okay? And that's what the scripture is saying. All right, so we know. All right, we got your number, devil. We understand it now. We didn't get it at first. Okay, because it was hidden. But now that wicked is being revealed, Salakia. Now, okay, everything shall be revealed in its time, including the wicked. So we know you're our enemy. We know that you're the murderer. Well, those niggers in Chicago. That's just in Chicago. It's murderous devil Edomite all over the world murdering. That's what they do. That's what you do. And that shit don't work no more. Well, in Chicago, Edomite tried to kill me in Switzerland one day. Tried to choke me out. Off-duty cop. And kill me a nigger. I'm like, not today. And I get it now. Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All Israelites. Now the next part goes into the kingdom of heaven, where Jacob is going to be in rulership, and whoever had Jacob in slavery is going to be the slaves to Jacob. Listen closely. And the people, Israelites, shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them like possessions in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, slaves. And they, the Israelites, shall take them captives whose captives they were. Who had us in captivity? Who had us in slavery? And they, the Israelites, shall rule over their oppressors. We're still in your hand right now, devil. Right now. So you can't lie your way out of that. You still think to this day, well, we could grab a nigga up and string him up to a tree. Today? And see, you hate talk like this. Talk like this, you know what talk like this is called? The truth, and you hate it. You know why? Because you got to pay. So saith the Lord. God says you have to pay. Then you get real, man. No, I determine what, I control the narrative. No, you don't. No, it's all right here. Well, that's what you say it means. Well, we're going to see what it means. Let's put it like this. I'm okay with whatever God says. How about you? Okay? When the reality of the situation unfolds, are you going to be okay with it? When you're being treated the way you were treating people, are you okay with that? Because that's what this is saying. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. In the house of Israel, niggers, spics, wetbacks, tontos. The house of Israel shall possess them, meaning you're going to be the slave master. I own you. I own those that owned me. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Whoever had me as a slave and my people, well, you were never a slave. I'm a slave right now. So, hold on, devil. Shut the fuck up for a minute. I'm talking. Look down at my shoe. Shut the fuck up. Don't you look at me, boy. Or I'll laser eye your ass. It's going to be like that in the kingdom. Sorry. Sorry. You ain't thinking, devil. That's what hell is. Well, I'm going to burn in hell for this. Oh, no. You're going to work in hell. You're going to work. You're going to be put to death and raised back up. Oops. I almost let you slide. You're going to pray for death, and death is not going to. That's in there, right? It's like ragu. All right? No, you're going to work your ass off and get your back whipped every day for 1,000 years. That's a long time. See, because the days ain't gonna be short like they are right now. One day is gonna be an eternity out there. It'll be a long, long, long day. Seconds will be going by like this. 1,000. 1,000 and a half. And 2 1,000. Okay. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now, some of you goddamn devils, Edomites, the so-called white men, some of you are proud as all hell and believe that you have comprehensive skills, comprehension, a level of comprehension. Did you understand what that just said? See, because that's where your comprehension just breaks all the way down. Oh, I'm smart, my IQ. Listen, Mr. IQ, did you understand what that just said? Because if you do, you get it. You're like this. Well, wait. By the process of elimination, we did have you niggers in slavery. So that means you're going to have a... Oh, no. Where's my gun? Can you comprehend this? That's when your real IQ comes out. When you start backing up from what this said. So, oh, well, that's hate speech. How is it hate? It was perfectly fine when you had to go down to the slave house and get you some black pussy. That was perfectly fine. That was some man's wife. But hey, it was all good because I own you. I own my slaves. I possess. Ownership is what? Possession. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Right? Possession is ownership. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them to the place. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants in him, for slaves. Who? And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Comprende? And they shall rule over their oppressors. Comprende? Or no comprende? No comprende. No comprende on that one. No, hell no. Of course not. You can't comprehend being in slavery and getting your back whipped. It was all good. You didn't say nothing when you had the chance. But now it's payback time. Comprende? Comprende payback? Comprende payback time? No? American Indian is like this. When is payback? When can I get some get back? And let's examine that. Genesis 49. How about Gad? Is American Indian gonna get some payback? Let's see what the Bible says. Genesis 49. Genesis 49:19. Let's see if the American Indian is going to get his payback. Genesis 49:19. Gad. Oh, the tribe of Gad are the American Indians. See, they're niggers too. Tontos. A troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. What is the last? The last days. We're in the last days. It's time for the American Indian to get his payback. He was overcome, now he's gonna overcome. That's called payback. Right? Let's get some more payback. Since we're bringing out the big payback, let's make it clear. let's make it clear here. And see you motherfucking Africans being real quiet. Oh, no, we brothers. No, we're not. Let's see. Joel 3. Spirit then came out on your head. Joel 3 and 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, you Africans, and all the coast of Palestine, Africans, Hamites? Will ye render me a recompense? Will you pay me back? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. And if you pay me back swiftly and speedily, I'm going to pay you back. Payback is what you did to us. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. We are a peculiar, the nation of Israel is a peculiar treasure unto the Most High. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, the Israelites, have ye sold unto the Grecians. Who's the Grecians? The so-called white men, the nation of Edom. It says the Africans sold the Israelites to the so-called white men, the Edomites. Now listen. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Hey, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Payback. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Okay, so specifically that was talking to the Hamites, so-called Africa, who sold us to the white men. But guess what? What did you white people do? So the Africans get payback, but the Edomites don't get no payback for what they did? Well, let's see. Let's go back up. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people. Uh-oh, there you are, Edom. See, what it says is, I will gather all the armies of the world and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. What is Jehoshaphat? Yahweh Shaphat, God's judgment. So you're going to be judged for what you did to the nation of Israel. What did you do? They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for one. So you were buying and selling too. That's not going to happen to you. You have sold. Okay? All nations have bought and sold us, is what it's saying. It says, jump down to 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Payback. And I will sell your sons and daughters into the hands of the children of Judah. That means God is going to sell your children All of it. The Arabs, the so-called white men, the Africans, who had a hand in the transatlantic slave trade. The Arabs, the Africans, so-called white men. So that's going to happen to you. It's called payback. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, to those Israelites, those niggers, if you will, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, Arabs, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So this book is about some payback, right? We got paid back. The children of Israel got paid back for turning our back on the Lord, right? We made a deal. We didn't follow through. Payback. We did the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, dirty. So we had to get that payback. The curses. And now the curses are going to our enemies. All of you. Right? And it's beautiful. We get to watch what's left of this empire fall. And with every day and every hour that passes, it's going to fall faster and faster and faster. Until and you know what? You know what the thing is right now? Many, many, many chariots. All right? I want to just look up the whole time. Be blessed with seeing one. Right? That would be a blessing. Chariots are here. Letting you know how short your time is. The chariots are over the battlefield. Okay? Letting us know how close we are to the end. The chariots, right, are a big signal. The chariots are what it means to be saved. And who knows? What Christian, what so-called Christian knows that to be abducted by UFOs is what it means to be saved? The answer would be none of them. Here you got a bunch of Issacharite women in dresses with a rack full of pamphlets of Caesar Borgia, totally deceived, and have no clue that they probably call it the rapture, right? They have no clue that to be saved means to be abducted by aliens, right? And see, the so-called white man, he went out and made it the most frightful thing in the world to be abducted by aliens, when actually that's what it means to be saved. And there they go. Let's get the account. Well, let's get Jesus. Guess what? Jesus was abducted by aliens. Acts 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up and abducted by aliens. It's lucky. He was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. What happened? Well, Jesus was abducted by aliens. Is what they call it. See, what is a UFO? Right? That's modern speak for something that has existed from the beginning. So this happened 2,000 years ago. This right here is a close encounter of the third kind. Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, and out of the midst of fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. This is what it means to be abducted by aliens. This is what it means. Now, this isn't an abduction scenario. This is a close encounter. All right? And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. That's what the angels look like. Okay? That was a close encounter. Here's an abduction. 2 Kings 2 and 11, right? Second Kings 2 and 11. This is Elijah and Elisha. And it came to pass as they still went on and talked that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and the horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. That's called being abducted by aliens, right out of the Bible. So Elijah, way back, this isn't some new phenomenon, but the so-called white men turned this into a bad thing. Travis Walton was abducted by aliens. Betty and Barney Hill were abducted by, you know what? Betty and Barney Hill were abducted by Nazis. Check that out. All right? Go to the book. I forget what it's called. Betty and Barney Hill. Barney Hill, they got it on tape, and that one is a Nazi. Wait, what? How was that? Well, because the Nazis were building spaceships, if you will, in Nazi Germany. Then when they were taken back to the USA and to Russia, where did they take those scientists that were building spaceships? Where did they take them to when they got them here back to America? Answer, Area 51. Which is where you get Roswell, which is where you get little green men, all those lies and deception. Okay? That's where you get Betty and Barney Hill. Wait a minute. A Nazi Where did Betty and Barney Hill happen? In Connecticut somewhere? Well, that's mind control. Tavistock. All right, MK Ultra is what it is. What are they doing? They're imitating Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're trying to be like God. Of course. To be saved in the Bible means to be abducted by aliens. What does the word alien mean? Foreigner. Alien means a green creature with big eyes. No, stupid. That's called MK Ultra. Mind control. You've been brainwashed. This is what it means to be saved. A Christian can't tell you. Go up and ask, well, it means to accept Jesus as your personal Savior. That's not what it means to be saved. I'm saved. You're not saved, dumbass. Most likely you're going to get your ass burned up because nobody's going to save you. Here's what it means to be saved. Revelation 11 and 12. And they, the elect of Israel, heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. They ascended up to heaven. That cloud is a spaceship with aliens, okay, or the angels. They're calling the angels aliens. And is an angel an alien? Yeah, could be. It's a stranger, a foreigner, right? Heaven right here. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Here's what that means. Heaven is the sky in the scripture. A cloud is a chariot of Israel, like the one that beamed up Elijah, abducted him, like the cloud that abducted the one that you call Jesus. I just read them. Can you wrap your feeble mind around this truth? It's okay for Jesus to ascend up to heaven in a cloud. Heaven meaning the sky. Elijah, same thing. He went up. He went up into heaven by a whirlwind. The whirlwind is a tractor beam, lifted him up into the spacecraft. The chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot. She'll be coming around the mountain. Okay? The Bible is written in code, right? And if God don't want you to understand it, nothing you can do. Forget about them. If they can't get it, forget about them. And it is what it is. So the end of all things is at hand. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right. Well, you should be praying that they take down your videos because you're telling the truth. Because that signifies the famine of the word. And here comes the famine of food and water. And here comes World War III, here comes the Civil War, here comes the race war. War is all around us, for only love can conquer hate. Well, what is love? Keeping the commandments. That's what you should be doing. All right? we got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. How do you get understanding? Understand this. Proverbs 1 and 7. Let's start at 6. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Most High. You got to fear. See, and you don't fear right now. You're doing what they did in times of, what did they do to Noah? They ridiculed him. They made fun of him. Noah was out doing exactly what we're doing right now. Hey, the end of the world, nigga. It's going to get bad out here. It's going to get, Noah, fuck you. That's what you're doing right now. Fuck this nigga. Fuck nigga. Oh, fuck nigga. Right? When you say that, can you imagine the dumbasses that said that to Noah? They didn't make it. So we're as it is in the days of Noah. That's where we're at right now. Okay. So, meaning this, you should be fearing what is about to happen. And you don't. You can't get it. Matthew 24 and 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so also the coming of the Son of Man be. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. What do you mean the days of Noah? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage and throwing sticks and ridiculing Noah. I added that. Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Well, there you are right there, ridiculing, talking shit, laughing, because we out here being a gazing stock. We're only doing what Noah was doing, letting you know that the end is near. Here's how you get out of this, right? And if you don't take heed to this warning, where does that leave you? Right? It leaves you getting taken away by the flood. Or by this time, the fire. Okay? Getting your ass burned up. What does it mean to be saved from the flood, or this time the fire? That fire, at the same time that fire hits, there's going to be a great earthquake. Here's the saving. It means to be abducted by aliens. Revelation 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men. All you niggas that were ridiculing. It's a lucky. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. So that's what it means to be saved. Saved from what? The great earthquake, which is those missiles that are going to burn everything up and make the earth reel to and fro like a drunkard. And you should be in great fear of that, because that is the anger and fury and the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You should be afraid of that, so much so that you would seek a way to be saved from that. Saved from what? The destruction that has come. A nigga will tell you he's saved and don't know what it means to be saved, or saved from what? Saved from what? Saved from the destruction that's coming. Last time, during the time of Noah, saved from the flood. Well, there's the rainbow. He's not going to flood it no more. What this time? Them missiles, nigga. That fire. What fire? Well, World War III, right? You see it over here? Building by the day. Vladimir Putin just upped the ante. Oh! He gave me a bloody no. Oh! Lights out. There goes your infrastructure. Oh, come on, NATO. Not only did they shut down the Ukraine, they're like this, nigga, we're going after NATO. Meaning this, the war just expanded. Russia is going after NATO and the EU. What does it mean? Oh, from London to Los Angeles, the lights are going out. Huh? What does that mean? It's cryptic code for, here come the cyber attacks. From who? From the Russians. It's just the beginning. Because this thing is about to kick in high. See, in a minute, can you imagine what's going on in Ukraine right now? Mortars and bombs dropping. Can you imagine if that shit was going on right here in America? Your ass would be fucking scared of just that. Of just a war. Not the Most High coming back and destroying everything. That's how close we are. How close are we to the end? Look at World War III ramping up. Imagine Russia fighting right here in the USA. You can't fathom that because it ain't never happened like that. But guess what? It's going on over there. It's not coming here. You're stupid. Not only is it coming here, it is, but, okay, greater than just man-made war. God. Okay, this war. Man is stupid. Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. How stupid is man thinking that he can go to war with God? How stupid. It's going to happen right here in North America. Right here. And your ass ain't ready. You think you're already saved. You don't know what it means to be saved. You better entertain the idea of being abducted by aliens, because that's what it means to be saved. And I know I sound crazy. They set it up like that. Well, that dude is talking about aliens, he's talking about spaceships, and when people do that, they're crazy. No. I'm reading it to you out of the Bible, stupid. Here's what's going to happen. Is World War III going on? I just read it. Are these, what is the Space Force? Who are they going to fight? The aliens, stupid. Is there a Space Force? Or am I making that up? If there's a Space Force, who is the Space Force going to fight? Who else is out there? The aliens. I just read it. Can we read it again? Revelation 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, Salakia, 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies. Oh, their armies. All the armies of the world. Gathered together. They're all on one accord to make war against Jesus and the angels. To make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Jesus and the angels. Get it? They get it. They're not telling you that they know who's in the UFOs. They told you it's little green men. No. Angry black men. Look like me. Woolly hair. Dark brown skin. Like his daddy. Angels look like that too. It says so in the Close Encounter of the Third Kind. They sparkled like burnished brass. That's easy. Just like the angel you call Jesus. He sparkled like burnished brass. Brown. He had dark brown skin, as if it burned in a furnace. That's what the angels look like. You can't listen to the devil tell you, you don't want to be abducted by aliens. If you understood that the so-called white man is the devil, and that every word that comes out of his mouth is a lie and it's upside down, if he tells you it's a bad thing to be abducted by aliens, what does that actually mean? Must mean that that's what it means to be saved, right? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. That's the devil, right? So anyway, I'm paraphrasing. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion. We're at the conclusion for the day. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, slavery, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. All that shit that you thought you got away with, you hid it. At first you were proud of Big Nick, cutting niggas' nuts off and eating them and all of that shit. It's going to be made known, and you will be judged for it. That's the point. You thought you got away with anything? You better go, Dad, what you motherfuckers do? We got to pay for that shit. So what do we do now? Before we go, in closing, what must we do? Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved Israel, the elect, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. How do I get abducted by aliens? Because I sure don't want to be on the ground when they're missing. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Hey, get out here and push this word while you still can. It's almost over. Do the right thing. Do what is good. Keep the commandments. Fear the Lord. In the opposite order. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. It's the whole duty of man. One of the commandments is get your ass out there and push the word before it's too late. It's almost over. All right? Not camp banging and all that bullshit. Not how many likes and views did I get. That's over. The famine of the word, dumbass. Wake up. All right? So with that, we'll say, Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Kal Kadash. All right? Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including those that came before them to tell us the truth. All right? Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word, truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shabbat Shalom.